I got 3 texts from 3 different fragrance enthusiasts with 3 different styles of collection in this video, and I'm going to show you and answer their question. They said, hey Unc, what's a good starting point? So I'm going to show you. The first one will be Dior Sauvage. Of course, that's a good starting point, isn't it? Dior Sauvage with its bergamot, pepper, and lavender. If you are in college or going on an interview, you could still wear this. A lot of people wear this. It projects so hard. So if you're going to a classroom, only spray it once. Why am I talking about college? Because I have 3 different people that texted me, 3 different ages and 3 different styles of collections. So if you want to smell like this better, you can find eau de parfum. It lasts longer, but it's not as loud. So you can wear it to work. You can wear it one spray only. Just pick your spot on yourself to spray it. If you want to smell like it cheaper, find this fragrance called Salvo Intense. The next fragrance I would suggest you to get is called Yves Saint Laurent Y Eau de Parfum. Now these are for people that have fragrance collections of between 1 bottle and 10 bottles. You might not have this, and you might. It is one of the most popular fragrances with its ginger and apple. My friend wears it to work and he's always delivering bread. Another friend wears it to work and he works at a Nordstrom's, but he wears this. So ginger, apple, fresh. It's good for all versatilities and all ages. And to this fragrance, how would you spray it? I would spray it 1, 2, 3. I would myself would spray it 3 more times here and 3 more times down there. 9 times for this fragrance. And if you want to smell like it cheaper, I found this, yeah, by Alhambra for $18.95. Look at how identical it looks. It's like 20 bucks for that. And if you want to smell like this, stronger and longer lasting, this is a new one called Grandeur Melissimi. Isn't that funny? The next fragrance is called Dior Sauvage Elixir. So you know they have elixir, they have eau de toilette, eau de parfum, okay, 4 different kinds. The elixir is the newest one. It's got a licorice note. A lot of people have it. In fact, the 21-year-old with the pressure wash company has elixir as one of his 4 fragrances, and this is the fragrance that smells similar to it. Savoir Extract, another $20 fragrance that's new on the block by a Latafa company. So he has 4 fragrances: Dior Sauvage Elixir, Parfums de Marly, Layton, and he has another Parfums de Marly that's brand new release. It's like the chocolatey one, and he has one more. We'll get to that. The next one I would suggest you to wear. Now this next one is for all levels of fragrance people, and my friend was recently in Mexico and wore it at the pool. It's called Cobalt Blue by Carolina Herrera. They also make Carolina Herrera Bad Boy. This is Bad Boy Cobalt Blue. Parfum Extreme is what they call this. There's other ones coming out. Lavender and plum, beautiful ingredients. Going to the pool, and people said while he's walking by the lounge chairs, people in bikinis were saying, hey, what are you wearing, JT? And he was 31 years old, and this guy has 31 fragrances. He's 31, and he says he started collecting when he was a teenager from his uncle's counter. He would just take them, and then as he got to be like 24 and 25, his uncle's fragrances were out of date. Now I happen to have 17 nieces, nephews, and uncles, so the next fragrance I would select you to get is called Pacific Woods, because it's a lower priced, same quality fragrance as this. It's about $35. Now as we move into a little bit deeper level, enthusiast, a little bit more mature age, if you want something that has Palo Santo wood, which is a light wood, you would go to a interview, you would go to every day, anything that you do every day, I would wear this. This is on my dresser, and my next door neighbor upstairs, he's a nephew of mine as well, and he likes to spray this on. He's only 20 years old, and it smells a little bit mature. It's got a little bit of oud in it. Some sweetness from the plum is in here too. And the best fragrance to replicate this is called Latafa Vintage Radio with the raised letters. Look at that. It smells just like it. And while you've been watching fragrance videos, you might have watched videos on Angel Share. Here it is. This is one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection, and I'll show you how I would spray this. It costs $200, but I've been having it for 7-8 months. You can see how much has been dented, not much. This is how I would spray it, and I'm just going to show you. 3 like that. I won't walk into it. I'd actually spray it on my skin, on my clothes. That's 6, and that's 9, 10, and probably another 6 back here, and just like 25 times. That's how you spray this fragrance correctly to get noticed. When you are outside, you spray this. When you're in a big Las Vegas casinos or anything that's got big, tall ceilings, you spray it like that. But remember, if you're in a small, closed space, you don't necessarily want everyone to smell you, so bring it down 50%. If you're in a closed, small space with low ceilings, bring it down. Here's a brand new clone that smells the best best I've ever had smelled so far to come as close to that with its cognac notes, its pralines, its vanilla, sandalwood. OMG, montage intense. Lasted through high heat, lasts through cold weather. It's another fragrance hidden gem, and it smells just like it. Just not as much cognac as I'm looking for, but it still is the best, better than anything I've smelled to replicate Angel's Share by Killian. Again, that's called Montage Intense. As we move on to the other level of fragrances, we have this fragrance called Sedley. This is just a perfect fragrance that I love to wear every day, all year round, but it's very good in the warmer weather, spring and summer. If you're in any part of the USA, Spain, Mexico, and you have different climate changes, and all of our viewers are mainly from California, Texas, New York, South Florida, South Carolina, and Oklahoma. How are you guys doing? This one here, it's big money. It's like $300+. You have mint, lemon, and orange in it. I wore it the other day. It just feels comfortable. My friend wore it the other day. He was walking through the mall. People did turn their head. Like they just say, like when you're waiting in line, they say cologne. That's the word the woman said. I said, how did she ask you? He said, she just said cologne. He goes, what? What is the cologne you're wearing? And he was wearing this. There are lots of clones for this. Try my Here Legacy, the silver horse bottle. That's like $30. And this is the next fragrance that you would only spray. I would only spray this one 4 to 5 times maximum. It's called Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf Extreme. It's about $80 to $100. It lasts all day long. It's a spicy vanilla, black spice and vanilla. And this is the clone to it. It's called Cremo Black Spice and Vanilla. Look how dark that is. Beautiful fragrance. To replicate that Spice Bomb Extreme is $15 to $20 even on Amazon versus the $100. And the beautiful fragrance called Baby Cat by Yves Saint Laurent. This fragrance is so hard to get. I had my friend, he was actually Mario. He was walking through Spain one day because he lives in Italy, but he's a world-class traveler. And he walked in Spain and I called him. I said, hey man, can you find me Yves Saint Laurent Baby Cat? Next thing you know, he walks into the next store, is a boutique, and they have it. I mean, it was like perfect vibration or whatever you want to call it. This is phenomenal. It just smells good. You've got resins and caramels and touches of booziness in it. I love Baby Cat, and I sprayed it as much as I can every time I go out. I use this for date night mainly, or nice evenings out, and I'll spray this just as I sprayed this Killian's Angel Share, but just about 4 sprays less because it is stronger, and this is the strongest. Next fragrance I'm going to show you is the strongest, longest lasting, proven to be the longest lasting Baby Cat, best Baby Cat clone there is. It's called Nile Queen. One spray will blow up a 20 by 20 room. Leave the room, come back. Even one spray, it's nuclear. If you spray your clothes, 2 weeks, it'll stay on your clothes. If you spray your skin, 12 to 15 hours. Nile Queen is #1, better than any other Baby Cat clone. I've tried them all. And here's the real one. That's how we know. And the 10th one is for your girlfriend, Givenchy L'Interdit Eau de Parfum. I would get that for her for Valentine's Day. And if you can't afford it, you get Luminous Night, because my wife, she wears this, and she was wearing it also to do grocery shopping, and her girlfriend says, oh my God, where'd you get it? This $25. Jasmine and plum and deliciousness. And welcome back to my kitchen. And if you're a novice like the 20-year-old Jay I was talking to, he has a lot of money. He has a very successful YouTube channel. And I would tell you to get this Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton, but that's not for everyone. Orange, bergamot, ginger. You can also get Louis Vuitton Imagination, which is also orange, bergamot, ginger with a touch of cinnamon. Both of these would end up being about $400. They're very mass appealing. One of the most popular Louis Vuittons you can buy for an aquatic every day. Any fragrance all day, any age can wear this. But if you don't have that type of money, simply find this one. $60. Soak Sun, lasts 7 hours, does the same exact smell. It's kind of a hybrid of both. I don't really get the cinnamon. A lot of people have reviewed it and said it smells like Afternoon Swim, so we'll go with that. These are the bonus sections. The next one is for the most hyped fragrance in 2021, 2022. The hype is real. So if you are deep level enthusiast, you might already know this. Fresh lavender, ginger, and cardamom. Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme, Bleu Électrique. That one is fancy. So how would you spray the last ones and this one? The exact same way. Spray like crazy. Light blue fragrances are very easy to wear. And if you want to get noticed, you got to spray them 15, 20 times. Unless you buy the fragrance clone that I found. In a second, I'm going to show you this fragrance. This is a clone called Latafa Nashwa Caprice. It's made in Dubai. It smells very similar to this, but you can't find this. It's discontinued and rare, and this is readily available. This is about $40. This little bottle is about $100, so that's a good note to know. My friend lives in New York, another guy named Mark, and he wears this type of fragrance because he says there people love it. Philip Plein, I'm not too familiar with the clothing brand, but I know it's high end. And this kind of fragrance here, when you spray it, it comes in this gold credit card. It's like lots of resins mixed with citruses and vanilla and patchouli. It does make you feel good, and the longevity on this, in my opinion, was poor, like 5 to 6 hours. Some other people said they got 24 hours. And would you wear this to a club or lunch? Yeah, you could wear this to anything. It's just, I picture a blue sky day, 60 degrees USA weather with the sun, and that would be the perfect time to wear it going outdoors or going to the gym. And then if you had another thing, the guy that was 31, he says he goes to church on Sundays and he wears Prada L'Homme for that, and he also works in the office and he wears it for that. So he said, can you suggest me some fragrances I could wear at church? So I said, why don't you try this, because it's called Jorum Intense. You could wear it on Sundays, you could wear it on date night, you could wear it to a wedding, a special occasion. It's got lavender, iris, and musk mallow. It's very delicious, and I would highly recommend you buy this, the exact one here. And if you can't afford it or you want something similar, here's another banger. It's called Valentino Yomo Intense. Now, this was made in 2011. Of course, they reformulated. It's a whole nother aspect. And this is the 2015 or 16 edition. Iris leather vanilla. Iris. This one has a iris woody powdery earthy dry down, where this one has the iris in the second part of it. But they're both very, very similar. And if you want to smell like it cheaper, find this Gary's Den Le Parfum. It's a very good clone of it. These are the bonus sections. If you want something for your girl that's for date night, so she's going to wear this. Valaya, you know how you guys hate to go off on, you guys hate going off on Creed Aventus? They call it Greed Aventus because it's so expensive, doesn't last long. In the female community, this is their fragrance. They pick on this, they go off on this because it's so expensive and doesn't last long. $380 for 2.5 ounces. Why would you get that when you could get her Bidor? Bidor is blue. Arabia Prestige makes this. Smells exactly like that. A white, floral, elegant fragrance that lasts all day. We're talking 24 hours on clothes. If you spray it in your hallway, the whole hallway will blow up and smell like this. And if your girlfriend is a little bit younger, like 20, get her this one, Oriana Pink. Another fragrance, but they like this. Everyone talks highly about it. It's like marshmallow, oranges, sweet, fruity, whipped cream. Delicious fragrance anyway. Fun fragrance to wear. Or this one's the new one, Bidor Extract, to smell like Oriana. If you want to know another fragrance, I'd like you to click right here and watch this video. Are you still watching? I want to tell you a secret. I found this fragrance called Versace Eros Flame. If you like Versace Eros, if not, find the secret. It smells just like it.